What's up, guys? This is another episode of Better Than Static. I am your host. Again, per usual, any way you want to look at it, I'm your host, Tyler, and with me, I have my two buddies. My first buddy, you know him, you love him. He is the social media Sasquatch. It is Lucas.
Hey, that's me.
And then we got the geography guru, the geography genius. You love him. Sometimes he's here, sometimes he's not because he's traveling. It's Chris.
The ladies love me.
The ladies do love him. I don't like his mom loves him, so that's a thing. That's a lady that loves him.
We don't have to get in. We don't have to get into recent weird happenings.
Start calling Chris LLCC.
Oh yeah,
Ladies love cool Chris.
Dog, I'm not gonna lie to you. It's getting kind of weird.
Oh no. Samantha mentioned something like that, Chris.
Like yesterday?
Yeah, but like not the full deets. She just mentioned something, and I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I don't know.
So supposedly Chris is nervous around girls, so he's asking my fiance for help.
I'm not asking for a help. I was just like, I don't want to put off the wrong vibes.
Chris, I don't think you're going to put off any wrong vibe. Any vibe that you put off is a good vibe.
You know what I mean, though.
Oh, no, I know what you mean.
A specific instance.
A specific instance of vibe. The certain vibe that Chris definitely has. Chris has this, like,
It's raw masculine energy.
Yeah, it's just raw sexual energy that just calls
Why did
people
you say
into
that?
him.
I said masculine. Why'd you have to take it into a weird
It's
place?
masculine sexual.
No, it's just masculine. Don't say the other
No,
stuff.
it's sexually masculine.
There we
No.
go.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh, that was great. That was great. But yeah. We went to so Halloween just happened. Well, not just happened. It was technically today is Saturday and it happened Thursday, so like it wasn't that far away for us. But Monday it'll be like half a week away from the people that are listening. But me and Chris went to a Halloween party with the youth group because me and Chris help out the youth group. Said this multiple times. They're great kids, love them to death, and we dressed up. My dress up wasn't like super inconvenient or anything. It was me and Samantha were rockers. Like I made a rock band t-shirt. It was a Rush t-shirt. It looked phenomenal. I love that t-shirt now. I wore like black jeans that I had and like a denim shirt and like a headband and stuff. And it was fun. And Samantha like wore rocker stuff too. Chris on the other hand took it up a notch. Chat. Yeah, Chris put it in chat. It's hilarious. Chris's Halloween costume was phenomenal. And I loved everything about it because it was like, you know how some people do those pun costumes and nobody gets it. Chris's was a pun, but it was also a costume that everybody got. Like people could look at Chris and they saw the costume of who he was, and then there was also a pun he had with it, like extra, and it was perfect. It was great. Chris, would you like to tell the folks what you were?
I was Andy Dalton. The now benched quarterback for the Cincinnati Bengals.
The red rifle?
Yeah, I also had a bag of cherry turnovers.
Because Andy Dalton's a turnover machine.
The more I carried around the bag, the more nasty and wrinkled it got, but I think that added to the cursed energy. That picture has mega cursed energy, I'm not going to lie.
No, yeah, that picture looks a little creepy, but the costume itself was great in person.
That's so much cursed energy.
I have a buddy at work who is a huge Bengals fan. That's his team. And he follows the Bengals Reddit, and he saw that, and he goes, "Guys, did you see this?"
Wait, what happened?
So one of my buddies at work is on the Bengals Reddit, and he goes,
"Did he see my post?"
He saw your post.
That's hilarious.
I go, "That's my buddy Chris." And I think there might be a revolt against you, but where nobody knows where you are except that person, they won't get to you.
You're allowed to be mean if it's true.
That's true.
The comments were kind of positive.
Oh, the guy at work was he was like, it's funny, but I'm a little pissed because they benched him. Like it wasn't like you meant to be like you were mean and you were like it was funny, but like at the time it's like everyone's like rallying behind Andy Dalton because he's trying to they benched him right before where he couldn't get traded or anything, like he didn't have enough time, and everybody's pissed at the Bengals, and I think it was like they were a little salty at that, but like not like, oh, we hate it.
Well, I mean, the Bengals kind of just gave up this year, is how I see them benching Andy Dalton, because he's their best player.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I don't know. I hate the Bengals, so I don't really care.
The Bengals, so essentially, what the Bengals are doing is like when you're so far in debt and you're just racking up debt to where you can file bankruptcy. That's what they're doing right now. Like they're just like, we're so bad, so we're just gonna keep racking up losses until we can file bankruptcy, aka get the first round draft pick.
They're tanking for Tua.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, Chris is if you want to see Chris's Halloween costume, I'll get his link and I'll put it on our Facebook page and you can look at it. It was great. It was hilarious. Early I thought so. I think other people did too, but that was phenomenal. It made my Halloween great. I'll tell you what didn't make my Halloween great was me and Samantha went to her aunt's for a Halloween party, and she lives in a neighborhood where trick or treating is a big thing. Not like trick or treating is not a big thing on Halloween because it's freaking Halloween, but like it's a big neighborhood. Oh my gosh, Chris, quit sending me zoomed in pictures of Andy Dalton.
Sorry.
But like it was a.
Oh man, sorry.
It's like the neighborhood where they get the full size candy bar, so everybody's there or whatever. And we had stayed too late to get we were ready to go, and we didn't really think about trick or treating is happening. How are we gonna get out of here? But like we were like we want to go home, and so it was like a minefield of missing little kids, like trying to get out of there. It took us forever to get out of that neighborhood. And it wasn't like I was pissed and stuff, like because like it wasn't road rage. Like, what would you call driving and you're so freaking nervous you're gonna hit something? Like, what's that emotion?
Scared.
Well, like I thought there would be like road rage is got some alliteration. I figured there might be something there.
The shaky shakes.
The shaky shakes. The shaky brakes. I don't know.
Yeah, the shaky brakes.
Anyways, it's not important.
My left foot or
your left foot. What? I don't know how that works.
Because you're braking with your left foot, so you're driving with 2 feet instead of just one.
You got to read into that too much. You don't brake with your left foot, do you?
No, I'm saying if you're extra cautious, you bring your left foot over. I do not drive with 2 feet, and nobody should.
I'm just making sure of that. PSA: don't drive with 2 feet unless you're using a clutch. Like if you're standard shift, you got to use the left foot for your clutch. But
don't brake with your left foot.
Exactly.
No, I'm telling you, I was just trying to think of something clever, and then nothing came to mind, so I just started saying random stuff like Shaky Shake and My Left Foot, which is a movie starring Daniel Day-Lewis.
What, Shaky Shake and Left Foot? Or
No, My Left Foot is a movie that he won an Oscar for, I think.
Yeah, he did. He played a guy with
palsy, didn't he?
Yeah, I think so. And he was an artist that only drew with his left foot.
Oh, that's cool.
And he broke 3 ribs in the performance because he wouldn't stop.
Wouldn't stop what?
In the like being the method actor he is. He sat in the wheelchair and he like contorted his body into a crazy position and sat like that for however long and ended up breaking 3 ribs doing it or something like that.
Gotcha.
At least that's how the story goes. I don't know if it's true or not.
So now I realize you said Daniel Day-Lewis. and for some reason when you said it the first time, I thought of Daniel Radcliffe, and then you said method actor. I'm like, well, Daniel Radcliffe is not a method actor. He doesn't go around trying to Expelliarmus people off set.
Yeah.
But like I was like, I don't think I've ever seen this, like ever heard of it, like this, like Daniel Radcliffe being a method actor, and then it hit me. I'm like, oh, Daniel Day-Lewis, gotcha.
Yeah, different people.
Yeah, exactly. Speaking of Daniel Radcliffe, though, y'all still doing I feel like at one point y'all were doing audiobook Harry Potters recently.
I mean, I listened to one about a month ago or so.
Maybe that's what it was. I know we all read like fairly often. Like you all do audiobooks sometimes, and then I'll read like an actual book occasionally. And for me, the audiobooks I can't focus. But like right now, I'm reading a real book, like not real book as in your like fiction,
like not an audiobook, like
like
a physical book.
Physical book, and it is actually like a real book. It's Dave Ramsey, but like before that I read
cringe.
Don't cringe me. It's the complete guide to money. But before that, I read Proximity Principle by Ken Coleman. But I've been back in my reading kick and I haven't been in this reading kick so when I first graduated college, I had the reading kick until like New Year's, because that's when I got my Xbox after college. But I had a big reading kick in that little span. And then I feel like a year ago, I got a hold of Rhett and Link's book, the Book of Mythicality, and I read it and a couple other books along with it. And then now I'm on another reading kick, because like I read Proximity Principle in like 5 days, and then I should get done with Dave Ramsey's book, Complete Guide to Money, this week. And like I'm already planning what my next book is, and I love these little spurts because it makes me feel more of an adult. Because I'm like reading instead of playing video games all the time. It's like I am an intellectual.
Hey,
No.
Ouch.
What, Chris? Ouch, what?
Goodness knows.
Yeah, because Chris doesn't read, he plays Xbox.
Oh.
So he's not an intellectual or an adult.
I'm an adult, I'm just definitely not an intellectual.
Well, no, I play video games too. It's just like when I hit those reading spurts, like I have ascended. Because I play a lot of it. Like I play a lot of video games. Well, right now I've just been playing Minecraft, which I enjoy. I enjoy Minecraft. Me and Lucas have fun on it. Chris hasn't played with us in a while, but me and Lucas have been tearing it up.
In my defense, I haven't been able to play. I haven't played Xbox since like a week and a half ago.
Yeah.
So.
But do y'all ever get like those reading? I know, Lucas, you do the audiobooks like on your way to work, which your drive to work now is super short, so you get like through maybe a chapter a day or whatever.
Less than that. My drive to work is like 3 minutes. No, but I listen to them at work. We can have headphones and stuff, so
gotcha.
I listen to a lot.
See, I do that with podcasts. Because like
I do podcasts right now. I go through spurts where I'll either do books or podcasts.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, I'm just listening to a whole bunch of podcasts.
Yeah, I'll go back and forth on podcasts. Well, like at work, I listen to podcasts or music. It's music or podcast. Right now, it's music. But like really, what got me into the Dave Ramsey stuff is at lunch. So almost like not all my coworkers, but like four or five of us eat lunch together, and they were talking about like like the Dave Ramsey show. They had been listening. They had like started this kick of listening to it. And I'm like, well, I'm about to move out of my parents' house. I probably should read some of his books. Yeah. And so I ordered, Ken Coleman is not Dave Ramsey, but he's a part of the Ramsey Solution business. So I got like that. And then I got Dave Ramsey's book I'm reading right now. And I feel more prepared than I have ever felt prepared to move out of my parents' house.
Yeah. Dave Ramsey's really good. It's a little extreme and a lot of the advice he gives, but
well, hold on. So in his I think in the book before the one I'm reading, so it is like it's like his Financial Peace book, Financial Peace University or something like that.
Yeah.
Where it's like where you start your debt-free journey, but like me and Samantha are already debt-free. so I skipped that book, and this book it's not got the crazy stuff like, only eat beans and rice and stuff. That is important for when you're trying to get out of debt.
Right.
This book is more of like, all right, so like he's got the 7 baby steps of like, $1,000 emergency fund, start snowballing your debt and stuff. Like it hits those two, but it's like I feel like he's assuming you've already went through his first book and you're at this step ready to go.
Yeah.
Because it's like, all right, now we can start investing, and like here's how to like not go back in debt and stuff like that. And it's not as crazy as, because I remember like listening to the Dave Ramsey show when I was in construction, because the older gentleman I would ride with when I was in construction liked that show. And some of it is like it seems like he's a little crazy, but I mean, getting in so much debt is crazy too. So he's like trying to offset the crazies with another type of crazy. And this book is it's like a conversation of, I feel like every kid should read this, because not like kid, but like seniors getting into like college, because it teaches you like it's okay to spend money. One of his lines was, I'm fine if you like pizza and you want to eat just pizza for dinner, I'm fine with that, but make sure you put it in your budget. And it was like, just make sure you know where your dollars are going, and it's not like it keeps you from overspending. It's not that you can't spend. It's just, hey, let's keep track of what we spend. That way we don't go into debt. And it's been really cool, because it's been a new perspective on Dave Ramsey for me, because I thought he was like the crazy tightwad, but he's not. Is what I found out with this book.
No, I mean, a lot of the day-to-day stuff, my mom was a huge, probably still is, Dave Ramsey fan, and she like took his classes and read all his books and all that kind of stuff. And a lot of the like financial things that I follow are Dave Ramsey principles, just kind of adapted a little bit. But
Yeah.
like I said, like he's good, but some of the stuff that is extreme for a good reason, because people go extreme in the opposite direction. So you kind of got to look through and find the advice that fits where you're at in
Yeah,
his.
exactly.
So that's what I mean.
Yeah, not all of his stuff. Like if you're not in debt, you don't have to like do some of the, because you've already pretty much dealt with those steps, so you don't have to do them. It's like, all right, now you're here, let's do this. And it's like once you get out of debt, it's like, all right, you can breathe now and don't be crazy. Like that's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I've been reading, and I've been loving it. It's a packed book of good stuff, and you're just like, I can't put it down, because I'm like, this is good stuff. This is good stuff. This is great stuff. And it's like, and it's a dense book. Like, it takes forever to get through a chapter, but it's not like, it's not like Charles Dickens. Like, did you ever read Great Expectations in high school?
Yeah, I love that book.
I did not. I don't like Charles Dickens's, like, where he does the run-on sentences, and you're like out of breath by like, you're like, like once you get through like a line, and you're like, this chapter takes me forever. Like,
I actually reread that book about 6 months ago.
Well, you are more intellectual than I, but like, he's got super long chat. Also, back in high school, I didn't like to read anything but comic books. So like, I feel like I've met the turning point of I now like to read. So
yeah, I liked reading until you had okay. So that was that freshman year? Whenever, I think it was called Death Watch or something like that. Whenever the guy went out into the desert with the other guy and then ended up being hunted or something like that.
something like that. I don't remember what it was called. I don't think it was Death Watch, and it was. I want to say it was Most Dangerous Game, but that's not. That's when they go to the island.
That's not
like the millionaire starts hunting the dude.
It's
Maybe
like
it is Death Watch.
It's something like that. I'll try to find it, but I'm pretty sure that's what ruined me on reading the books that teachers recommended or like brought up, because it was one of the worst. Yeah, it was Death Watch. It was one of the worst endings to a book I think I have ever read.
Well, it was never. It was so like mixed up. All right, now he's going to do this. Now he's going to do this. Now he's going to do this. It wasn't. It didn't say like it was. It wasn't. I don't know. It just felt like there wasn't a satisfying ending for that.
No, well, I mean, I'm just going to spoil it because I'll never recommend this book. But basically, this guy gets a hunting tour, and then he's like guiding this dude through the desert to hunt lions or something like that. And the dude he's guiding ends up shooting a homeless person, basically. And then, like, to cover it up, he basically strips the guide down to his boxers and tells him to run out in the desert. He'll give him like a day head start, and then he's going to hunt him. And it's, out there for like a week or something trying to survive and do all this crazy stuff. And he finally gets away. And then at the end, he, is there in the police precinct to, report the crime and all this stuff. And they're like, do you want to press charges against this dude? And the book ends with, no, I'm just here to report an accident. And it pissed me off so bad that.
Yeah, like why not put him in jail?
Yeah, I was like, this dude is clinically insane. Like, I was like, he tried to kill you.
He tried to
time and
hunt
time
you
again.
down.
Yeah, I was like, he's better off the streets. He just needs to go away. And no, I'm just here to report an accident.
It's dumb.
Yeah, that, and then they also made us read The Awakening or something like that.
See, I didn't read that one.
Sophomore year. We had to read it instead of something else that was
We read
actually
Lord of the
supposed to
Flies
get.
in sophomore year.
We read it. We read that too. It was like, or maybe junior year.
Junior, we
I don't
read
remember.
Scarlet Letter was the big book we read, and then we read Great Gatsby.
Okay, we didn't read Great Gatsby.
So probably
Gatsby.
junior year you read The Awakening, and we read Great Gatsby.
Yeah, we read The Awakening, and it was also terrible. It was awful. It was only like a 60-page book, which was good, but it was
awful. It was an awful 60 pages.
Yeah, it was one of the worst books I've ever read.
Senior year, I think, was my favorite year for English because mine and Chris's English teacher he would give us a list of books that we got to choose from. And like that's where I found out I really like Ernest Hemingway because I read A Farewell to Arms. I read
Good old Ernie.
Good old Ernie, I read Old Man in the Sea. I read The Sun Also Rises. Sun Also Rises I didn't like as much, but it was still really good. But like that's like I think students need to have some of that educational freedom. Yeah. Like they get to choose not like they get to choose everything, but like if you're in English, all right, I want to read this book, and then if like it's not a critically acclaimed book that they could write a paper on, maybe the teacher like recommends something along those lines of the book they wanted to read or something. Like there needs to be that because I think that would give the kids something to look forward to or something like they feel like they're heard because the teacher heard my favorite genre or my favorite book or whatever, and he's recommending something along those lines. So it's like something I will enjoy, and it's not just this miserable book that is 60 pages called The Awakening.
Yeah, I know. I had I think 6th grade teacher do that, and they recommended James Patterson, I think, with all the like procedural mystery kind of books.
Yeah.
That was not up my alley.
I thought you liked that because didn't you buy that book in college that like just had an X on it or something and like it was a mystery book?
S. That was by J.J. Abrams.
We're good. I'm finally back.
Where'd you go?
I got my internet shot out for a second.
Oh, gotcha. Well, we were talking, so it kind of just worked out. Okay, so let's transition to the next topic because I love talking about the reading stuff, but we've hit the extent with that, I would think.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say?
I didn't know I was gonna offer up a transition, and then I didn't know where it was transitioning to, so then I stopped.
Well, I mean, which one of I mean, you know what we were gonna like. We kind of loosely knew the topics. Which one did you want to talk about?
So I was gonna say right now I'm on a big Stephen King kick because Halloween just happened.
Well, that's cool. I mean, now that Halloween's over, like, are you still reading the Stephen King stuff, or are you transitioning into another genre?
Christmas books.
What'd you say, Chris?
Christmas books.
Yeah, Christmas books.
Wow, Chris. It was going to be more natural if you just let it happen. So, now that Halloween's over, do you guys feel it is okay to jump straight to Christmas?
Yeah.
So do you do the do you do the Christmas music, Lucas, or do you just like you're
No,
fine with it? Like you're fine if people do it?
I'm fine if people do it. I don't listen to Christmas music. It gets on my nerves.
Yeah,
so.
same here. I'm not crazy about it.
Tell me, Last Christmas by Wham slaps so hard.
It's good.
I don't.
But like, it's the only good one.
It's not true.
No, I'm not going to go out of my way to listen to it. Like personally,
I have a Spotify playlist right now.
Yeah, I don't
need to
care.
add some more stuff.
I can see you're listening to Spotify because Discord's telling me you're listening to Spotify. But the fact of the matter is Lucas is right. I'm not gonna go out of my way to listen to Christmas music because it's only worth one time a year because that's like it's not good. It's not like
so. Well, I mean,
what?
Okay, so like the Linus, like the Peanuts piano music. I could listen to that any time of the year. It's that good.
I could listen to Peanuts music, but not the Christmas music any time of the year.
It's the Peanuts Christmas music, the piano music that they play during the Christmas stuff, is good enough to be heard all year round. I'll stand for that. It's good. It's really good work too. Like it's just good.
So I think my feelings on this subject are my favorite season is fall. That makes me a basic white girl. It's fine. I don't care. I like fall.
So you are basic. You're right.
No, like I don't drink pumpkin spice lattes, Chris, like you did at the airport in Lexington.
It was an accident. I thought it was cinnamon, and then and then I read the rest of it, and the rest of why is it still a thing that people are? I thought it was like a cinnamon coffee.
Sure,
and
whatever. You got a pumpkin spice latte.
Not on purpose. Like I got it after I already was halfway in it. And then the guy's like, "That's a pumpkin spice latte." I'm like, "Fine, whatever. I just need some caffeine."
Well, you could have just got regular coffee.
I'm not cool enough to get regular coffee. I need something to take away the bitter taste.
Well, you put a little bit of milk in there, a little bit of cream, maybe a little bit of sugar. You know, something. It doesn't have to be black.
Time.
It doesn't take that much time to put a little cream and sugar in your coffee.
And then I have to stir it. It's just too much inconvenience.
Yeah, he can just order something random and there it is. It's ready. He can just drink
it. It has less caffeine than 1 cup of coffee, and it's got way more sugar.
That reminds me, I had a Mountain Dew energy drink yesterday, and it turned my pee green. That was kind of weird.
I don't think that's good.
The Rockstar, the orange Rockstar stuff turned my urine yellow, or turned it orange.
I was like, yellow? That's...
Mine's usually blue. Is yours also not usually blue?
Like the Kool-Aid.
Yeah. No, like, I don't know. If I want caffeine, there are 2 sources of caffeine I usually go for, and it's coffee or it's like the G Fuel I drink. Like because there's not a lot of sugar in it. Like, the only thing I put in my coffee is like a little bit of milk, and it's just like take out the bitter. It's just kind of warm coffee tasting stuff. You know what I mean? Like, it's not got the bitter stuff.
Just give me that black coffee.
Oh no, I know you like your coffee like your state of your soul black.
Yeah,
you know?
I mean, just as if you look into it and it looks like you're looking into the void of space. That's what I want it to look like.
To where you're almost like it's almost like as dark as do you remember Bloodfest, Lucas, where like the blood would turn black in the end of the movie or whatever?
Yeah.
It's like that's how black you want your coffee.
Yeah, basically.
But back to the important thing is Chris is basic because he got a pumpkin spice latte. I am a lumberjack of a man that likes fall because it's cool. I can wear jeans and a t-shirt like I wear to work and not sweat my butt off when I walk out to my car after work. Like, that's why I like fall. The temperature and, you know, football's on and stuff. Like, it's good. It's good, a good time of year. And Halloween and Thanksgiving are both good holidays. And Christmas is good in its sense, but like it's completely taken over Thanksgiving, and it's right.
Okay, no.
Yes, that's exactly what's happening.
It's just a family meal, okay? it's not. It doesn't have to have its own thing.
It
Like
does because it's a holiday, Chris.
Yeah, it is a holiday.
Okay,
It's
Kirby.
it's
Name me a
yeah. Go ahead.
Thanksgiving song.
Well,
Okay, you can't. Name me a Thanksgiving movie. Okay, you can't.
there's
So
plenty of Hallmark Thanksgiving movies. First off, and I'm pretty sure there are
Interesting.
many.
They've already been playing the Hallmark Christmas movies since like 2
Yeah.
weeks ago.
It's because they've ruined it. Like, I don't know. I just don't
I'm
like
cool with
it.
watching them
It's-
until they kiss
no.
at the end. Then I get mad because they're in love.
What?
That was pretty good.
Chris just hates love stories.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I'll watch it, and then I'll get excited about the movie, and then they kiss. I'm like, oh, they're happy. Get out of my
Yeah.
face.
No, Chris
See,
has gotten
that's
really
my-
bad for like when he's hanging out with me and Samantha. He'll just say cringe out loud. I'm like, let me be happy. I don't care.
And that's cringe. You just posted cringe, bro.
you. I was gonna do the seal thing, the meme, but I can't because I feel like that'd be offensive if I said that on air.
Okay.
But anyways, Thanksgiving is a holiday and it deserves its respect. And you shouldn't listen to Christmas music until November 29th. Usually is when
No,
the day after
like-
Thanksgiving is.
My thing is like, it's not. It doesn't
You can't even
predicate.
put it into words, so it's not a thing.
This is a thing. There's no Thanksgiving season. It's a meal where it's cool to be thankful about all this stuff, but like the themes of Christmas and
Yeah.
Thanksgiving, I think overlap. So I don't really see what the problem is.
Well, fine then. Why
Yeah.
can't we wait till for Christmas music till after Veterans Day?
What?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think there's a set period for people to start listening to Christmas
Yeah, it's
music.
after it is when
mean-
Christmas is the next immediate holiday.
Oh, so Christmas Eve then.
No. Like what I'm saying is on the calendar, you look at your calendar.
Christmas Eve's a holiday too.
Yeah, so like
So I guess I
Well,
can't
I mean,
listen to
but
it for
it's-
Christmas Eve.
it's got Christmas in it, so you can listen to it. But like
Eve.
you wait
Oh, so
till
I have to wait till the 24th. So I can't listen to it on the 23rd. I gotta listen to the 24th.
you can listen to it like so if you look at your calendar and there's no holidays between Christmas Eve and like usually there's no holidays between Thanksgiving and Christmas Eve. That is when like after Thanksgiving.
Usually, when is there one?
I don't know, but it is Black Friday's on a holiday. Like I feel like that starts the Christmas. Like when Black Friday hits, that's when you can start listening to your Christmas music. Christmas doesn't need more than a month. It is great because it is
Trying to shoot down. You're trying to discount the birth of your Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, Tyler.
No, I'm just
What
saying.
are you saying? What
Yo,
are you saying right now,
thinking
bro?
Jesus is gonna listen to Wham on Christmas?
Wham's dope. Shut up.
like I love Christmas and I love my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. But Christmas should be more about Jesus Christ than it is about Christmas music and Wham and buying presents. See,
Tell you
I'm
a
right.
song I don't like though.
What?
Mary, did you know? Totally knew. It was told to her before it happened.
Yeah,
They
like
told
she-
her. Where you going? They literally, the angel's like, "Hey, your child's gonna save a bunch of people." But then the song's like, "No, she didn't know."
No, like
I'm like,
no,
shut
the
up.
angel's like, hey, your son is gonna lead. Is it okay to say Jews when it's talking about?
Yes, it's the people. It's the people.
Okay,
Jews,
I didn't know
Tyler.
if it was okay to
You're not
say.
saying something offensive. You're literally saying that's like if I said is it offensive to say that LeBron James is black?
Well,
Yes,
I
he's
just
actually black. That's how.
I just didn't want to be offensive. I hate being.
Oh, you're not being offensive. Literally,
I
you're
didn't-
literally Jewish.
I didn't know if telling the prophecy of the Lord Jesus Christ was offensive.
Oh, is it offensive to say the word Jews when I'm talking about people that are actually Jewish?
Oh my gosh! But anyways,
Yeah, she knew. So the song.
You're right. She knew, but you're trying to dodge the fact that like you're completely covering up Veterans Day and Thanksgiving and like two great holidays.
You can give the day. It's work.
Yeah,
Like,
and
I'm
I'm
not-
giving Christmas the whole month of December.
The Christmas is a juggernaut. Okay, like you're trying to stifle the power of a juggernaut. Why are you doing that?
Because
Let,
and first off,
let it
Veterans Day does have music. Proud to be an American.
July
Let me just
4th,
tell you, that can also be Veterans Day.
Arbor Day.
That's not Arbor Day.
Yeah, plant your trees and be proud to be an American.
But like Thanksgiving is an important part of our history. Like
Yeah,
it didn't
it's
go exactly
completely-
like they taught us in
Yeah,
kindergarten.
they totally had a nice fancy meal together, and the Native Americans and the colonists lived happily ever after, and nothing bad ever happened.
What do you think Christmas happened the way that we do Christmas now? That's what I thought.
Mary sat around the manger with his apple cider, and big old scarf, and then they sung jingle bells around the manger with the camels and the goats and stuff.
Exactly. So Christmas should have its whole time, but its whole time should be limited by other holidays of like, it doesn't need to start until after, Thanksgiving.
It's a meal.
It's a holiday, and it has its own parade. Does Christmas have its own parade?
Yeah.
Yes, Tyler.
Not one that's televised. It has one in our town, but not one that's televised.
Dude, like every town has a Christmas parade. No,
Yeah.
literally the only Thanksgiving parade is the one that they do in New York.
And is there a Christmas parade in New York?
Probably.
Is it televised for the whole world to see?
Yes, but that's the one. There's only the one Thanksgiving parade.
Yeah,
All
and it
towns,
only
like,
has one
every
day,
town-
so give it the day, Chris. Give it the day.
I give it its day.
No, you're covering up because you're
Give
like
it the day.
Christmas music, Christmas music, Christmas music. Oh, here's Thanksgiving. I guess we'll eat with my family, and I guess I'll
We're not
be
gonna even
thankful
be in
for
town,
some
but whatever.
things. And then you're like Christmas music, Christmas music, Christmas music.
You know what I'll be thankful for on Thanksgiving?
What are you gonna be
Having to
thankful
argue
for?
about with me.
Christmas.
Yeah.
Ugh, sorry.
And also, I don't like that people are putting up their Christmas decorations. Because you can keep like your harvest decorations of your fodder shots, your pumpkins, and your mums
We
out
won't
until
put ours up
after
until
Thanksgiving.
after Thanksgiving anyway.
Yeah, that's good. That is wholesome.
No.
Like there are people that like my sister wants to put it up the day after Halloween. I'm like, no, we still have
Straight up, if I
Thanksgiving.
had my house, if I had my own place, I'd probably put it up on November 1st. I'm being honest, but whatever.
it's
So-
still harvest season to be thankful for harvest.
Harvesting this Christmas tree. It's made out of fake tree, but I don't care. You can't tell me nothing.
Okay, anything. I am thankful for the new Witcher trailer. Have you guys had a chance to watch it yet?
I have.
Chris, have you?
Nope.
No, okay.
I kind of don't want to watch it until I finish The Witcher 3, but that's never going to happen. So
Yeah, I mean, Witcher 3's been out since 2015.
2015, I know. And if I go back to it, I'm going to have to restart the whole game because I've forgotten
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
I watched Lucas play that game a lot when we were in college.
Yeah.
I'm like,
it was
what
a
is
fun
that?
game.
I'm like, oh, what is that?
So good.
Lucas basically narrated the whole Witcher 3 for me, and I'm very grateful
Yeah,
for it.
basically. Yeah, I had to
Agreed.
explain like everything.
Vince Halley.
But I mean, the trailer. I know we were skeptical when the first teaser came out, but
Yeah.
I think I'm still the monsters are gonna look a little cheesy, but I think the story's gonna be good.
Yeah, I'm very cautiously optimistic, like more on the cautious side, because I want it to be good. Because I've read the books, I've played the game, I've read 2 books. I didn't read all of them, but I've read 2 books and played the game, and I really like that whole world and stuff. But Henry Cavill just, it's going to be hard to look at him and think The Witcher or
Yeah.
Geralt. He just doesn't, it's very obviously a wig. And
They need to. So the only critique I would have is like Geralt's got a beard, and to make the wig fit more on Henry Cavill, they need to
Well-
give him the beard.
he had a beard because I was playing the game.
Oh, so he doesn't usually have a beard.
You can shave and do all that kind of stuff and like change your hairstyles and all of that. but uh, so it just kind of like depends. And basically, anytime I play an RPG where that's an option, I usually grow a beard because I desperately want one in real life and can't grow anything.
So Lucas, I feel your pain. I can grow a little bit of a beard. It's basically a goatee and a chin strap, but I'm very thankful for that. But I feel your pain.
Yeah.
I've so everybody's asking me, "Are you doing no shave November?" I'm like, I haven't shaved in probably maybe 2 or 3 years, just trying to grow what I can grow on my beard. So
Yeah.
like I'm not touching a razor blade to my face because I would lose it. Like I take some clippers and I trim the strays where it's not like so fuzzy looking to try to keep it groomed, but I'm never taking a razor back to my face.
Yeah, I've gone 3 weeks without shaving, and it looks like, you can tell I have a little bit like sideburns and a little mustache and like 3 or 4 hairs on my chin. So it just looks sad. So I just shave once a week.
Gotcha.
Sometimes once every 2 weeks if I feel like I can get away with it.
No, I feel your pain though. So back to the Henry Cavill being Geralt. I
Yeah.
think his acting will be better than I thought it was. I always like I where Henry Cavill I'd only really seen him as Superman and as Man of Steel and stuff. I think I was like, well, he's not going to be able to do the dark and mysterious Geralt that we need.
You should watch Man from Uncle and Mission Impossible Fallout.
No, see, I saw like I haven't watched it all the way through yet, but I've watched a bunch of parts with him in it, and I think he did a really good job in that. And I think he can be the menacing person. And like
Yeah.
even in the trailer, like yes, he's got the chiseled chin and stuff, but he's got like almost like that dead stare. I think he's got that down in the Witcher trailer.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna watch the show and I think I'm gonna enjoy it. I think some of the props and some of the things in it will be a little cheesy, and you'll be able to say, well, I mean, that definitely doesn't look great. But I think they're
Yeah.
gonna do a great job with the story because I'm bought in with this newest trailer because it tells you more of the direction they're going than that first teaser did, and I think that'll be really good.
Yeah.
I
Like I said, I'm cautiously optimistic. It's something that I could see being just absolutely terrible and then also possibly pretty decent. So it's like
it's on that fine razor edge of it could fall either way, and you want it to fall the on the good side, but you
right.
also know there's that possibility that it definitely won't.
Yeah.
I think it's not really an optimism. It's a hopeful realism.
Yeah.
It's the I hope it's good, but it could very well not be.
Yeah.
It's literally just cautious optimism.
Yeah.
Just gave it another word. Like,
I mean, whatever, Chris. Whatever. Um,
I hate Christmas.
what?
Uh,
Oh gosh.
no.
Oh, you can't see me. I just dabbed.
I couldn't even hear the first words of what you said.
Said, okay, mister, I hate Christmas.
Okay. I don't hate Christmas. I just also
Grinch alert.
I love Christmas, but it doesn't need to be celebrated until after one of my favorite holidays is Thanksgiving.
Oh, milk. Ooh.
I
You hate eggnog too.
actually don't. We did we did a party in college, and it wasn't like the drinking party. Like it was like all the good kids that don't like party usually had a Christmas party, and we played eggnog pong. And I was like mine and Lucas's team. Like if we had to drink it, I drank the eggnog.
Never had eggnog, honestly.
Everybody's like,
It-
"Oh man, the Kroger brand sucks," but it tastes like custard, and I like it.
Yeah, it's like it's not bad, but it's kind of like Christmas music. It's not real bad, but I wouldn't go out of my way to drink it.
Yeah, but if it's like there and I'm listening to it, I'm okay. If it's within the season of Christmas, I'll listen to the music.
Exactly.
Also,
And
I'll
the
drink.
season of Christmas starts whenever you want it to.
No, it starts after Thanksgiving. Um, But like, I'll drink the eggnog if like it's there and I'm like in the mood to drink the eggnog. I don't. So you know how like in like the sitcoms and stuff, it was like, oh, they're gonna spike the eggnog. I don't think that would taste good. I don't think spike eggnog would taste good. Like I think, because I like Jameson, I like Irish whiskey, the taste of that, and I like beer, but like I don't think I would want anything else in my eggnog. You might be able to pull off a little bit of Fireball for a cinnamon flavor, but I don't know for a
Or
fact.
at that point, you could probably just put cinnamon in it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like you don't have to have the booze to make it. Like I think the regular cinnamon would make it taste better. Like if you put some cinnamon sugar in there, I think that's gonna taste better than if you put Fireball in it. You know what I mean?
That's like I heard this story about like two sorority girls that are at Cracker Barrel. They were at the candle section, and one of the girls goes, "Wow, this candle smells like Fireball." And the other girl's like, "Well, for us non-alcoholics, that's a cinnamon candle."
Oh gosh. I mean, yeah. Like I don't know. Like I will partake in an alcoholic beverage occasionally, but I don't have to have it to have a good time like some people. And like I can enjoy eggnog without there being alcohol in it. Like it tastes fine. It's just like it tastes to me. It tastes like melted ice cream. That's what it tastes like to me. Like it's like thick like melted ice cream, and it's sugary. I like it. But also, like Lucas said, I'm not gonna go out of my way to drink it.
Yeah.
So I think we've kind of met the ends of this episode. Like I don't really have any more topics unless you all do.
They justify the means.
Wait, what, Chris? Like for some reason, your mic isn't picking up the first couple words you say sometimes.
They justify the means.
Yeah, I didn't hear that because it's too like.
Do the ends justify the means?
Yeah, I guess this end is justifying the means that we had an episode.
Yeah.
Machiavelli's he's a person that was in history, and this podcast episode is going to be in history now and of our catalog of episodes. So if you enjoyed it, please review us on whatever you're listening to us. If it's YouTube you're listening to us on, put a comment and like it. We would love that. If you're listening to us on iTunes, give us some stars and give us some comments on the review system. And same thing with Spotify and Google Play and stuff. We really appreciate the support with that, but also we enjoy that you all enjoy it, and we'd love to hear from you guys. If you have topics you want us to talk about, you can either email us those or tweet at us. And our email is btstatic.pod@gmail.com. Our Twitter is @btstatic. So you can either do either of those, and I'll probably be the one to reply. Our personal Twitters are in the description of our of the podcast Twitter. I'm pretty sure it's got Chris's current one. Chris changes his Twitter handle occasionally. I think it's got his current one.
Luke, my handle.
I feel like you've changed it before, and I had to go back and change it in our bio.
Oh, dude.
Well, whatever. Then it's definitely the one that Chris has and uses. Lucas, don't tweet at Lucas because he's never going to reply, because Lucas is, as I said in the beginning of this episode, the social media Sasquatch.
Yep.
I change my bio sometimes.
What'd you say, Chris?
I change my bio sometimes.
Okay, maybe that's what it is. But anyways, Lucas, if you see him on social media, nobody's going to believe you. And then you'll never see him again, is what it'll be. Just like Sasquatch.
Yep.
But we would love to hear from you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this episode. If this is your first time listening, go back. We have a huge catalog of episodes. If you enjoyed this, we got plenty of content for you. We try to do a fairly regular once a week episode. Sometimes we can't, and we're sorry about that. But we would love to see you all listen to us next week, and hopefully we were better than Static. We will catch you guys next time.
Have you ever been reading through a stack of comics and thought, hey, maybe I should see what this Arkham Asylum game is all about? Or been playing Marvel vs. Capcom? and felt like you were at a real disadvantage because you didn't know who half the characters were? Well, Play Comics is the show for you. I'm Chris, and each episode, I take a look at video games based on comic book properties and how well they stick to that source material. So, whether you know the comics and want to actually learn how these games work, or know the games and want to know what the hell is going on, go check out Play Comics at playcomics.com, the Brain Trust Bros Network, or wherever you find your favorite podcasts.